up like 12th grade. Sweetest type would call me Sade. Black Bandit, you could call me Blade. Work hard, play hard, that's the motto. That's the motto. Pop, pop, that's the sound of the pop, pop. Wake up, grind hard, full.
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
Well, when you start this series on the road, obviously you'd love to sweep the first two games, but coming out of there with a split is pretty solid too. Now they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and we'll see if they can feed off this crowd and take control of this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Kyle Hendricks will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a throwback to when you didn't have to throw the ball through a brick wall. Great assortment of pitches, Kyle Hendricks. He sinks it, he cuts it, has a great changeup, moves the ball in, out, up, and down. Certainly won't blow up a radar gun, but you know what you're going to get every 5 days from this guy? As consistent a starting pitcher as there is in the league right now.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And folks, today I'm locking in on outfielder Max Kepler. I think he's just starting to scratch the surface. Bit off a couple of years trying to learn his craft a little bit. The bat's coming along. The defense has always been there. Super accurate arm, real sure-handed in the outfield.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Happ moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 10 games, so he's got to be oozing with confidence right now. He's the guy in that lineup that these pitchers have to hold down if they're going to even try to be successful.
And here is the third baseman. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Not the warmest night you'll see around here, and even 50 degrees at game time. Here comes the 1-2.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Here now the 2-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
What I love right there is just...
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Blue Jays leave a pair. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Alek Manoah gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty B, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Got him reaching there. Strike 2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Striding in is Mike Trout.
Second, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Bang down that right field line. That's a fair ball. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple. But he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
Into the box, Anthony Rizzo, and he fouls this one off. Trout stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Good battle. Count remains full. He could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So a man at third here with 2 gone. And that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. The 2-2. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. Still no score. George Springer the next to hit. He'll get us started in the top of the second. The 2-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Batting 8.
And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the paths these 2 teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. A ball and 2 strikes now. No score here as we play inning number 2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Cue shot here out towards short. And that's out number 1.
Batting 6. The right fielder.
1 out, base is empty. And they'll bring up the outfielder, Max Kepler. And there's ball 2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. Patrick Wisdom is on deck. The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting seven.
Into the box,
designated
Patrick
hitter,
Wisdom trying to
number
make something
16.
happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. He tried to get that one airborne, but it's 1-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Their count now at 2-2. Fouled off. The 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. Might have even been a foul tip. That's so here is Rendell Grichuk as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. 1-2 now.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound.
A dive and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single. To the plate now, Bo Bichette. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Next to hit is Cavan Biggio. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1 from the stretch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And it's fouled away. Another one sent foul. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. And he finally puts him away here as he strikes him out after an 11-pitch at bat. Next to hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Ready on 1-2.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
On a line, that's a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did. And looking at it again on Show Track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that. At the plate, Marcus Semien. Count is 1-2 now. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Corner over to his left. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Blue Jays leave a pair. Home half of the 3rd coming up. Bottom of the 3rd now, and next will be the speedy catcher, Zach Collins. And he misses 2-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 2-2.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Fouled away. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out. 1 away. So bases are empty with 1 out now. And up next, Nico Hoerner. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the corner a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the third, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Happ with a 2-1 count now. And he fouls this one off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. 3. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hit Wheatley back to the mound. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Now at the plate here is George Springer, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Into the box now, Lourdes Gurriel. And another foul ball.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
The 2-2 one more time. Gets him looking. Strike 3. Next to dig in, Reese McGuire comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Kepler finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Bottom of the inning now, and digging in is the outfielder, Mike Trout.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The next 3-2. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. So next to hit is Anthony Rizzo. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. Outside, 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now a move over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Trout aboard here at first with nobody out. All even now, 2-2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Trout from first, and he won't have to contend with a throw as that misses for ball 4. First and second now to start the inning. Here now is Rafael Devers looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Set to deal on 2-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
The batter, number
So
1.
runners at first and second here with one away. And ambling over to the batter's box is Carlos Correa. Fouled off. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
And it's fouled away. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Fouled away. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th. Randall Grichuk at the plate now. He'll start off the 5th in this one. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again, 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
On to first to complete the double play.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
To 1-2 now.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Fouled off.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as...
Number 67, Julian Merriweather.
Now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs pulled.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
On the run is Hernandez. He's there and records the first down. So next to bat will be Zach Collins. Struck out in his first at-bat. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The second baseman,
Stepping in once again is Nico Horner, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Michael Kopech takes over to start the sixth inning on the mound. New inning set to get underway. And here comes the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This is foul right side. Here's another 1-2.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes down to become the first out in the sixth inning. And it's fouled away.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was laid on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Fouled away. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. There's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Seared down the first baseline. The 2-2. And this is lifted out towards straightaway center field. Trout is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Here's George Springer. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-1 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
He loses him on ball 4. Here's the 1-1.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
3-1 to him now. And it's full now, 3-2.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. The 2-1 is in there for the second strike. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Squared that one up just a little late. The 2-2 one more time. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-2. And he fouls this one off. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now. Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
Now another 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
Rizzo.
Standing in now, Anthony Rizzo, fouled off. Here's a look over to first, and he'll dive back in. Trout, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Rafael Devers is on deck. Prior to the 3-2, we'll look to first. And they got him. The 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Gurriel has to retreat to the track, but he has it. Cody Hoyer is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. All set for the start of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Reese McGuire. Full count now, 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And that's going to be a base hit, so there's the possible go-ahead run aboard to kick off the 7th.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
So now to the plate, Randall Grichuk. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And that misses 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Bo Bichette goes down for out number 2 in the top half. 1-2. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And a strikeout here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. 1 left for Toronto. And this is still a 0-0 ballgame. Joe Kelly gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 18. Joe Kelly.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
3-2 the count for Rafael Devers. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Correa.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. So a runner at first now with 1 away. And that'll bring up the outfielder Max Kepler. breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Patrick Wisdom is on deck. Full count to Max Kepler, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner in first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 3-2. And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Willie Calhoun will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Willie Calhoun.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Three balls and a strike to Willie Calhoun.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or you just pitch around it?
Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Grounded up the first baseline. He's got it. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. Rowan Wick has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 50.
Ready to begin the 8th, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Fouled away. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Marcus Semien. It was a walk in his last trip. Fastball just missed above the zone. 1 out, nobody on. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
3-2, full count. Now the payoff pitch home. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Trout is back to the track as he takes it for route number 2.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
The set and the 2-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So no run. Scott Alexander is on to.
Now pitching for the
Wilson Contreras is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. Bichette picks it up cleanly. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
number 2.
In now, Andrew McCutchen steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning.
McCutchen.
Just got a piece of that one, perhaps shortening up now will get the ball in play.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Count even at 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 8.
Now at the plate, Ian Happ. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
He spoils another one and will do it again. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Wilson Contreras will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Craig Kimbrell will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. And he fouls this one off.
Now
here's the payoff pitch. He lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Next to bat for Toronto, Lourdes Gurriel. Go-ahead run at first. Nobody out. And this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. Big at-bat now, and here is Reese McGuire. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Pulled toward right center field. And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Big spot here, and it'll be Rendell Grichuk. Needs a hit here to bring the go-ahead run home from third with 2 away.
Boy, this guy comes out of the pen. He loves coming in spots like this. Tight situations. This is exactly the type of game.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. Blue Jays held in check. Still no score. Adam Cimber enters to do the pitching in best case scenario for him.
Number 90.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Hit to first. Fielded cleanly. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So here's the cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. 2-1. Here it is. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this. Jonathan Holder takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. He's set and the 2-1 pitch. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Caught off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is on deck. Bat explodes as this is on the ground to third. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
the first baseman.
Now to the plate here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now to the plate, Marcus Semien. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
This is going to be one of those moments we look back on in a couple of years when we relive this World Series. That swing of the bat late in the game to take the lead, huge blow.
Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the... Aaron Bummer takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Here's Carlos Correa now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough.
Leading off for the Cubs,
David Bote is up off the bench as he'll lead off the bottom of the 10th after a disastrous top of the inning.
David.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
Ball even at 2-2.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation calls for it right here. He's got to forget that he has any traffic on a base pass and just attack the zone.
All on the ground to first. Can this be 2? The throw pulls him off the bag. Next up, Wilson Contreras trying here to plate the tying run from second. Challenge pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third. So stepping in is Josh Rojas, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Fouled off. Bote at third with 2 away. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches.
And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings. Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory.